Tom Wolf.
I'm Ryan Peters, and we decided to talk about Lewis Latimer for our project.
Um,
This guy right here.
yeah, that's him. That's Lewis. All right, a little background. Lewis was born September 4th, 1848 in Chelsea, Massachusetts, to his parents who had fled slavery.
He passed away on December 11th in 1928 in New York City, actually, and he preceded his wife Mary and his two children, Emma and Louise.
Mr. Latimer stands out in history as one of the most incredible inventors of his time. He learned mechanical drawing while working for a patent firm and continued his career working alongside Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham Bell. And he also has an independent inventor.
So he started out with a very bright future. He actually enlisted in the U.S. Navy during the Civil War, and he fought until he was actually honorably discharged, where he returned to Boston.
After the honorable discharge, he came back to Boston where his career began. He started working at a patent office and picked up the skills required to begin drafting.
As he became knowledgeable with the patents, he became an asset to some of the new great inventors, and at this time there were a lot of people coming out with some of the greatest inventions of the time.
Lewis also helped Alexander Graham Bell to draft his patent for the telephone, winning him one of the greater inventions of his time period.
So while working alongside Thomas Edison and actually here in Maxim, Lewis had extensive electrical knowledge, and this ended up being very useful to them, as he had actually helped to create one of the parts of the light bulb that would help them later on.
He not only invented the filament that would make Edison's light bulb possible, but found an inexpensive way to make these so that they could be used by everyday people.
If you can see here in the picture, that's actually his filament, and this is part of the patent that went towards creating the light bulb and making it something that Edison could sell to the public. Lewis continued his success creating the filament, and he actually decided to write a book about it, and this was one of the first books written by Negro inventors of the time period.
In his book, he defended the Edison design and his own filament, just as he had through the patent process for Edison's bulb.
This is a picture of the patent, one of the pages out of it, to give you an idea of what he would have been working on. Although Lewis had many successes for his time, he helped some of the greater inventors of the time period also. He was really never rewarded for his actions, and it goes to show just how things were in the time period.
Whether it be that the big name inventors always took all the fame from assistants or Negro skins, that never made the books Latimer lived a quiet life, mostly unrecognized as one of the greater inventors of all time.
Without Lewis Latimer, really today, electrical lighting may be very different.
Lewis's filament lit the world for nearly 100 years before even modern designs came along.
His filament is what made light bulbs cheap so that everyday people could use them in their homes, and his standard filament bulb is one of the most commonly chosen bulbs even yet today. Thanks everybody, and we hope you learned a lot about Lewis Latimer.